Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video from Data Stream Academy. In today's video, we are going to talk about how we can create a free GCP account as Google Cloud Platform, right? So without wasting much time, let us deep dive into the video. So first, what you have to do, you have to go to cloud.google.com. Once you enter that, if you already have an account logged in, you will be able to see that here. So I have already logged in with my Data Stream Academy account. So you'll be landing into a page like this where you can click on get started for free trial, or you can click on console. If you click on console, you will land into GCP cloud account console page. So where that so you would be able to create these services. But if you have to create this account like services, you have to have this account created. Okay, so however, if you are in this page or previous page, you have to provide a couple of information. Let us see what are those informations. So let us go to this get started for free. So this will land you to a kind of a registration page where you have to give, like, either you can give this account, or if you want you can click on switch account and change your account. I'm using this account, and which country. And once you provide agree and continue, you'll be landing into next page. But read what they have written. You will get a $300 of free credit. Like, if you remember how it was working for AWS, we get 12 months of some credit, and like Azure is giving around 12,000 rupees, or like $200 credit, right? Google is also giving us around $300 of free credit for next 90 days, right? No automatic charges. You only start paying if you decided to activate, and pay as you go, right? So the way which we can give is like contact information we need to provide, and we can use payment method as UPI. So that's great. Like if you remember AWS Azure, we always have to give this credit card information as like yeah, credit card information. We here we have QR code. Let us see how we can do that. So now I'm just giving this whatever the information it is, and I'm clicking on start free. This is probably taking me into a QR, so I have to scan this QR. Let me do that. So once I scan this, I got a notification in my Google Pay saying that we have to set a payment limit up to 15,000, and frequency validity from 5th October, which I am doing it today, and until 31st December 2035. I'm setting a auto mandate in my Google Pay account. I'm setting one of my account. I'm providing authorization by providing my password. So I'm technically enabled an autopay. Maybe if you have used this Gemini free app, you may have done the same activity before. So I did that in my phone. I have authorized what I supposed to do. They have also charged me 2 rupees to validate it. So you can see the page how it is changing. So they are asking like why I need this account, right? So I'm just like, my goal is to learn Google Cloud. I'm it that so I just don't want to fill that. I think I need to answer that. Okay, what do you want to, why should I provide more answers? What do you want to do with the Google Cloud first? Maybe I can say migrate, integrate APIs, and I'm not sure about what I should see. So, so okay. So you can say like 0 out of 10 is used, right? So your free trial, right? So you are working on a project, my project first, because we have to create projects when you're going to create, right? You can see here, right? This is my project, and my project, or you can create a new projects, right? You know, and I don't think I have any organization. Yeah, I don't have any, so I will just select the same no organization thing, and we'll click on create. So now all this project, everything is going to be like, all these components are going to be created here. So we would be able to add people, like if you are going to share, you can add people, set up budget, or same similar thing what you may have. use another cloud thing, right? The only one interesting thing which I noticed is like it's not as colorful as Azure or AWS. So this look more plain and simple. You can see it is showing that free trial 26,000. That's $300. 91 days remaining. Activate your full account to get unlimited access to all Google credit. Use any remaining credit, then pay only when you use. So I'm not going to do all that now, right? Because I don't want to activate. Let us try creating a create VM. Right? How do we create a virtual machine? That is, let me see. Yeah, we have this is a 5 minutes video right now. So let me try to create a VM, so we can learn how this is slightly different from other cloud providers we already explored. You would be able to watch AWS or Azure similar activities if you go back to this same channel. So in order to create a virtual machine, right, we have to enable the compute engine API. Here, when it comes to GCP, it is more of a API driven thing. So first I have to enable this compute engine API to create virtual machine. So in order to do other activity, you have to enable the respective APIs. Right? So what it is doing is like more of if you have heard about this microservice architecture, right? Like you will create different APIs and everything like be created as a independent module, and you can use API to connect and use those functionalities, right? They are microservice architecture. So it's creating, like once that is created, we have to like configure a virtual machine. Yeah, it took around 2 minutes, and that API activity is done. So if you click on this try this API, you will be able to like understand more about this, and you will have this overview about the documentation part. Okay, sorry, something went wrong. Let me go back to this previous page. Yeah, I think another window popped up between. Not to confuse, like try this API will help you to go to a documentation page which give you the get post methods and whatever the methods is there. So all this information you would be able to find from this compute page. Okay. Yeah, so once this is done, you can click on these three lines where if you go to this compute engine, you can see this VM instances. This is where the place you will be able to see all these virtual machines which is created would be listed here. So in our case, we haven't because we created a compute engine API. So technically we haven't created a VM yet, right? So I'm like now if there were VMs created, you would have seen here. Now we don't have any, so I'm clicking on create instance. So this is the step which help you to create this virtual machine. Now you might be able to see the same familiar thing how you did in if you have worked in other cloud platform, you might be able to see the similar thing. So we'll talk through that. So first thing, name of the instance I'm keeping as it is, or if you want you can change the name. So which region, right? Like which region you wanted to create it. So I can, so if you want I can search this is America, Europe, Middle East, Asia, Pacific, right? So Mumbai you have, Delhi you have. I'll pick Mumbai. So any zone. So that means like either you can decide which zone. Like there are three zones in Mumbai region. You can choose any zone, or you can if you wanted to specify which zone it should be. I will say okay, I want this to be A. So you like based on that selection, right? Whatever the series is available, you will be able to see. So what are these series represents? So we can have general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, storage optimized. Same, similar to any other cloud providers, right? What are these things we have? My purpose is general purpose. And you can see the difference, right? C4 is consistently high performing. So based on the requirement which you have, right? Consistently high performing with a different category. And if you go on the right, you will be able to see the memory. You'll also be able to see the CPU platform, right? Intel, AMD. These things might be common for you. You may have heard about this, right? So I'm going to take a low cost one, right? Because I just don't want a complex one here, and I just selected general purpose. And if you go to compute or any other, you will see entirely different configurations. Hope you already know like the purpose of it, so that help you to understand it, right? So here once you select here, so this was a range, right? They mentioned like 1 to 28, and you can mention like what configuration which you need on top of that, right? On top of the selection, right? And if you click on advanced configuration, you'll again get more complicated configurations or detailed configuration customizations, right? I'm not going in anything deep on that, because our goal is just to create a virtual machine and connect to it, right? When I click on create, so all I did was like I set where this virtual machine should be, so which region it should be, and what is the configuration, right? Yeah, so now you will get few information like what is internal IP, what is external IP, right? And we also have configuration that can be imported, like templates, right? In we have Terraform or ARM templates when it comes to Azure and Terraform. In case of Azure or AWS, these things, right? So this VM is getting created. Let us come back once this is created. Yeah, so this is created, and you can see like internal IP and external IP. If you are connecting from outside, you can use this IP, and if you are connecting from internal, you can see. So we the connection method is SSH. So we'll click on this and see what happens. You can see different methods of connecting. Open in a browser window, open in a browser window custom. So if I click on this SSH, this is going to connect, okay? And I have this edit option which help me to edit some of this configuration on top of that, like enable connecting, because I haven't mentioned this port and all these things, because we did not do anything on the networking side, right? In case if you are like allow HTTP traffic, right? So I think that's a part which I missed. Suppose if you are going to host a web application here, right? You definitely need HTTP traffic coming in, right? So you can choose that here. So that is like directly or indirectly saying like what has to be allowed, right? So these things you can edit it. Even you would be able to make these changes while creation as well. Okay, so now, yeah, enable delete protection is like when deletion protection is enabled, instance cannot be deleted. So it's based on like if a protections, nobody should accidentally do a delete, right? So these are like similar and basic how you do, right? Now I'll help you to connect how you can connect to this. I think the changes are being made on this VM. So once that saving is done, yeah, so custom managed encryption key. So like you can go through this. I don't want to talk through all these things one by one. Right now I'm going to connect with SSH. If I click on SSH, it will take me to the command prompt where I would be able to connect to this instance. Hope, yeah, SSH is in browser, so it would be connecting, and you will be able to see the SSH screen here. So hope this is clear. So the goal about, yeah, you have to authorize, right? And yeah, this was again default OS. Debian Linux OS is what I have. I didn't select it. It came by default, right? But we have option to change operating system. We have options to change what port has to be connected, who has access. All these privileges are there, but I haven't go deep dive into that, because this session is not to cover virtual machine creation. This um, session is just to cover how you can create a GCP account for free, right? Hope this video is helpful, and you have learned how easy this is to create, and we can create machine image, reset, all these things, right? And this left menu would help you to go to different type API services, building, same thing which you have in other cloud providers, right? Kubernetes engine. We are going to talk about, yeah, big queries, like when being a data engineering like architect, right? Like BigQuery is the place where I'll be having my data storage, compute, and all these things. We'll be talking about, and Cloud SQL is going to be the SQL. So we'll talk about all these features soon in the upcoming videos. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to channel, and follow for more GCP and other like data engineering related content. Thank you.